Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that the next 15 days could change everything? Not someday. Not next month. Not next year. Right now. Because success doesn't come from luck. It doesn't come from waiting for the perfect time. It comes from action. Focused action. Consistent action. Success is predictable. It's not luck. And it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. 15 days. That's all I'm asking. 15 days of doing the one thing that will start building momentum in your life. Not complicated, not overwhelming, just one habit, one focus, applied every single day. And if you commit, if you really stick with it, I promise you, you'll look back and wonder why you didn't start sooner. Because what you do consistently, even for just 15 days, begins to create new habits, new thinking, and new results. Are you ready to take the next 15 days seriously? Are you ready to do something that your future self will thank you for? Good. Then let's begin. Let's begin with a simple truth. Success doesn't happen all at once. It doesn't arrive like a lightning bolt. It doesn't knock on your door demanding attention. No. Success is built one small, focused habit at a time. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. And here's the secret. Most people fail because they try to do too much. They spread themselves thin. They chase dozens of ideas. They start 10 habits and quit 9. But what if you did one thing, just one thing, for 15 days straight? One habit, one focus, one commitment. You would be amazed at the transformation. Why one habit matters more than many. Why does this work? Because small actions, repeated consistently, compound. They grow quietly, invisibly, until suddenly one day, they become unstoppable. Think about it like planting a tree. You start with a seed, you water it, you nurture it. You don't plant 50 seeds and ignore all of them. You focus on one seed. You care for it, and eventually, it grows tall, strong, and fruitful. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. The same is true for habits. One focused habit, nurtured every day, builds character. It builds confidence. It builds results. The 15-day challenge. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one habit, just one that will make the biggest difference in your life. It could be waking up an hour earlier every day, reading 10 pages of a personal development book, exercising for 20 minutes, writing down your goals and priorities each morning, taking one action toward your biggest goal, whatever it is. For 15 days, no excuses, no skipping, no negotiating with yourself, because in 15 days, something remarkable happens. Your habit begins to take root. It becomes easier. It becomes automatic. It begins to shape your identity. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Here's another truth. Focus creates momentum. When you focus on one habit, one task, one goal, you remove the noise. You remove distraction. You remove overwhelm. Momentum is magic. It makes hard things easier. It makes ordinary actions extraordinary. Once you see results in one area, you gain the confidence to tackle others. Your energy grows. Your belief grows. Your life begins to move forward in ways you never imagined. Simplicity is underrated. The world loves complexity. The world loves busy schedules, long to-do lists, and complicated strategies. But growth doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing the right thing, consistently. One focused habit done for 15 days can sharpen your discipline, strengthen your willpower, increase your focus, build momentum, transform your results. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. So today, I challenge you. Pick your one habit. Write it down. Commit to it for the next 15 days. Tell yourself, I will do this no matter what. And then show up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when life gets busy, even when the world pulls you in 100 directions. Because this habit, this single focused habit, is the seed of your transformation. Motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. In 15 days, you will not be the same. In 15 days, your confidence will grow. In 15 days, your momentum will carry you forward. And in 15 days, you will see the first signs of the life you are capable of creating. Remember this, it's not the quantity of habits that changes your life. It's the quality of your focus. It's the consistency of one habit that compounds quietly, steadily, powerfully. Pick one habit, do it for 15 days. Watch what happens. The next 15 days can be the start of something extraordinary. Let me ask you a question. How many dreams have you had that never became reality? How many plans have you written down that are still sitting in a notebook somewhere? The reason is simple. People think too much. They overanalyze. They wait for the perfect moment. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. There is only the action you take today. You can know what to do, but knowing alone changes nothing. You can have every resource, every book, every plan, and still remain exactly where you are. Because life rewards action, not intention. It rewards doing, not thinking. Ideas can be life-changing, but only if you act on them. Every great accomplishment begins the same way, with a single action, one step forward, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when you feel uncertain, that's how momentum starts. That's how results begin. Let's be honest. Most people fail because they start and then stop. They take action once, twice, and when the results aren't immediate, they quit. But momentum doesn't work that way. Momentum grows quietly, slowly, invisibly, until one day it becomes unstoppable. Every small action you take compounds. Every decision to keep moving forward, even when tired or afraid, builds momentum. And momentum is what carries you through the tough days, the distractions, the doubts. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. If you wait for motivation, you'll wait forever. You don't have to feel good to get going, but you have to get going to feel good. Take action first. Feel inspired second. Action creates belief. Action creates confidence. Action creates results. This is how you close the gap between who you are now and who you want to become. Remember the 15-day plan? This is where it comes alive. Pick your one habit. And now, take action every single day, relentlessly. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's inconvenient, even if you're unsure, consistency matters more than perfection. Showing up every day is what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. Think about it. A single action done daily for 15 days becomes a foundation for discipline. It becomes a momentum machine. It becomes a habit that shapes your identity. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Here's something most people overlook. Action doesn't just create results. It creates who you are. When you do what needs to be done, when you take action despite fear, when you persist despite doubt, you build courage, you build confidence, you build resilience. And that is more valuable than any temporary reward. You don't need a giant leap. Small, consistent steps are enough. One action today, another tomorrow, and another the next day. Those small steps create a rhythm. They create a pattern. They create a life that moves forward, steadily, powerfully. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. The person who takes action every day, even imperfect action, will always outpace the one who waits for perfect conditions. So here's the challenge. Take action. Right now. No more waiting. No more excuses. Even if you're tired. Even if you feel unprepared. Even if the results aren't visible yet. Do it anyway. Do it consistently. Do it relentlessly. Because this is where change begins. Motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. Action changes everything. Remember, you cannot wish your way to success. You cannot plan your way there. You cannot talk your way into results. You can only act. And when you act consistently for 15 days, you will begin to see the first signs of transformation. The journey from dreams to reality begins with action. So take it. Do it today. Do it now. Because the next 15 days are yours to seize. And every action you take brings you closer to the life you are capable of creating. If you want to transform your life in the next 15 days, you must first transform the way you think. Because here's the truth. Your life will never rise higher than your mindset. You cannot build a winning life with a losing way of thinking. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. Everything begins in the mind. Your beliefs, your self-talk, your perspective on challenges. All of it shapes your decisions, and your decisions shape your destiny. If you believe life is unfair, you'll act defeated. If you believe opportunities are rare, you'll settle for less. But if you believe you can win, you'll start acting like a winner. Winners aren't different because they're lucky. They're different because they think differently. When a problem shows up, most people see obstacles. But winners see possibilities. They ask, what can I learn here? How can I use this to grow stronger? What's the opportunity hidden inside this difficulty? That's the shift. That's the winning mindset. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. Your problems don't shrink. You grow. And when you grow, the problem becomes manageable. Let's talk about the inner voice. We all have one. And for most people, that voice is negative, critical, limiting. It whispers, you can't. You're not good enough. You'll fail. And if you listen, you become what you believe. But winners choose a different voice. They choose to feed themselves encouragement. They choose self-discipline over self-doubt. They say, I can, I will, I must. That's the language of winners. And here's the good news. You don't have to wait for the voice to change. You can change it yourself, starting today. Let me share with you something important. Events don't shape your life. Your perspective does. Two people can face the same setback. One sees failure. The other sees feedback. One gives up. The other grows stronger. The difference isn't the event. The difference is the mindset. So, if you want to win the next 15 days, ask yourself, how can I choose the perspective of a winner? Because the right perspective turns struggles into stepping stones. It turns obstacles into opportunities. It turns the impossible into possible. The mind is fragile. It becomes what you feed it. So guard it. Protect it. If you feed it fear, it will shrink. If you feed it excuses, it will stagnate. If you feed it doubt, it will paralyze you. But if you feed it wisdom, courage, belief, it will grow strong. Winners are careful about what they allow in. They're careful about who they listen to. They're careful about the words they speak to themselves. Remember this, your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant. So plant seeds of belief, action, and discipline. Pull out weeds of doubt, laziness, and fear. That's how winners think. A winner expects success, not by luck, not by chance, but by discipline, effort, and faith. When you wake up expecting a good day, you act differently. You prepare. You work harder. You notice opportunities others miss. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. The seasons will come. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Challenges, opportunities, victories, defeats. But the one constant is your mindset. And if your mindset is prepared, you will thrive in every season. This 15-day challenge isn't just about doing more. It's about thinking differently. Because action without the right mindset is fragile. You might start, but without belief, without perspective, without focus, you won't last. So here's your challenge. For the next 15 days, train your mind like a winner. Speak positive words to yourself. Look for opportunities in every challenge. Guard your mind against negativity. Expect good things to happen because you're doing the work. This is how you build resilience. This is how you strengthen your will. This is how you become unstoppable. At the end of the day, mindset is about identity, who you believe you are. If you believe you're average, you'll act average. If you believe you're capable, you'll rise to challenges. And if you believe you're a winner, you'll find a way to win, no matter what. That's the secret. Change your identity, and you change your destiny. So, let me ask you, how do you think about yourself? Do you think like the person you've always been? Or do you think like the person you're becoming? Because winners don't wait for success to arrive. They think like winners today. They act like winners today. And because they do, success eventually catches up. You can't hire someone else to do your push-ups for you. That means the work is yours to do. And it begins in the mind. So if you want to transform your life in the next 15 days, don't just change what you do. Change how you think. Because when you master your mindset, you master your future. Let me start with a question. How often do you let circumstances decide your mood? How often do you give your power away to events, to people, to problems? Here's the truth. Your life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. We cannot change the wind, but we can adjust the sails. Being positive is not about ignoring reality. It's not about pretending that problems don't exist. It's about choosing your response. It's about maintaining hope and clarity. Even when the storm is raging around you, think about it. A positive mindset is like sunlight breaking through clouds. It illuminates opportunity. It fuels action. It attracts solutions. When you are positive, you see possibilities. When you are negative, you see obstacles. You cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. Your thoughts shape your feelings. Your feelings shape your actions. Your actions shape your results. So if you want to thrive in the next 15 days, you must start with your thoughts. Here's a reality check. Life will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you to your limits. Negativity comes easy. It sneaks in quietly. It whispers, I give up. It's too hard. I can't do this. But positivity? Positivity is a choice. It is a discipline. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Every day, you must choose it. Every moment, you must feed it. Because a positive attitude is not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate, something you practice, something you reinforce. One thought at a time. When you think positively, you act positively. You solve problems instead of complaining. You take initiative instead of waiting. You persevere instead of quitting. And action creates results. Negativity, on the other hand, saps your energy, clouds your judgment, and drains your motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Positive action is unstoppable. Think about it. Two people face the same challenge. One focuses on the negatives. One focuses on the possibilities. Which one moves forward? Which one wins? It's not luck. It's mindset. It's the choice to see the light in every situation. Positivity is not passive. It's not waiting for life to get easier. It's active. Here's how you do it. 1. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control everything. You cannot control other people, the weather, or the economy. But you can control your thoughts, your actions, your effort. 2. Replace negative thoughts immediately. Catch yourself thinking, I can't, or this is too hard. Replace it with, I can learn or I will find a way. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with shape your mindset. Be with people who inspire, encourage. Avoid those who complain, criticize, or spread negativity. 4. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant. Even on tough days, find something to be grateful for. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let it reinforce positivity. 5. Visualize the outcome you want. See the success. Feel the accomplishment. Your brain begins to align your actions with your vision. Optimism becomes a habit. Here's something remarkable. Your attitude affects everyone around you. When you are positive, You inspire others. When you are negative, you drain others. Your energy spreads. Your mindset sets the tone. You cannot expect to live a positive life if you hang with negative people. So, your choice is powerful. Not just for you, but for those who follow you, work with you, and love you. Here's the real test. Being positive is easy when everything is going well. The challenge comes when life is hard, when obstacles appear, when setbacks hit, when disappointment knocks on your door. That's when positivity matters most. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were stronger. Because when you stay positive under pressure, you make better decisions. You take consistent action. You turn setbacks into stepping stones. And that is what separates winners from those who give up. For the next 15 days, I challenge you. Start each day with a positive thought. Choose your responses consciously. Focus on solutions, not problems. Feed your mind with optimism, encouragement, and hope. Do this consistently, and you will notice a shift. Your energy will increase. Your decisions will improve. Your results will follow. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Remember this. Positivity is not luck. It's not a personality trait. It's a daily choice. Every thought you choose, every response you take, every action you perform shapes your mindset, shapes your life. So, in these next 15 days, choose to be positive. Even when life is hard, even when people doubt you, even when circumstances seem impossible, because the person who chooses positivity creates opportunities, attracts success, and builds a life that others only dream about. You cannot have a positive life with a negative mind. Choose wisely, think positively, and live like a winner. Let me share with you something I learned early in life. Life is not just about moving. Life is about learning. You can run fast, but if you're running in the wrong direction, speed won't save you. You can work hard, but if you don't pause to evaluate, hard work alone won't guarantee success. That's why reflection is powerful. That's why adjustment is necessary. That's why celebration is essential. Because without these three, you'll work, but never grow. You'll move, but never progress. You'll achieve, but never enjoy. Don't just go through life. Grow through life. Reflection is the art of looking back to understand what really happened. Most people are so busy living life, they never stop to examine it. They never pause long enough to ask, what worked? What didn't? What can I do better tomorrow? But winners take the time. They understand that reflection turns experience into wisdom. You see, experience alone doesn't teach you. Plenty of people repeat the same mistakes year after year. They don't grow. They don't improve. What teaches you is evaluated experience. So, each day in your 15-day plan, set aside a few minutes. Not long, just 10, maybe 15 minutes. Ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me forward? What distracted me? How did I handle challenges? What will I do differently tomorrow? That simple act of reflection will sharpen your awareness. It will guide your decisions. It will multiply your growth. Now, reflection alone is not enough. You must also adjust. Life is like sailing. The winds change. The waves shift. If you don't adjust the sails, you'll never reach the shore. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And part of discipline is making corrections along the way. If your plan is too ambitious, adjust. If you notice a habit pulling you backward, adjust. If you discover a better way to do something, adjust. Don't wait until the 15 days are over. Course correct immediately. The winners in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who are flexible enough to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. So, let me ask you, what adjustments do you need to make? What small shifts could take you from average to excellent? Don't ignore the answer. Because small adjustments create massive differences over time. Now, let's talk about something too many people forget. Celebration. Most people only celebrate the big victories, graduations, promotions, milestones. But winners, they celebrate progress. Why? Because celebration fuels motivation. It reminds you that your effort is worth it. It reinforces the belief that success is possible. Don't wait until you've climbed the entire mountain to feel proud. Celebrate every step upward. Celebrate every small victory. Celebrate the discipline, the effort, the consistency. When you do, your brain learns that progress is rewarding. And progress is what keeps you moving. So in these 15 days, set small checkpoints. Every 5 days, review and celebrate. Every win, however small, acknowledge it. Say, I did it. I'm becoming better. I'm moving forward. That simple act keeps the fire burning. Now, here's the truth. Most people don't reflect. They don't adjust. And they certainly don't celebrate. Instead, they live on autopilot. They repeat yesterday, today, and tomorrow looks just the same. But not you. Not if you choose this path. Because reflection, adjustment, and celebration will set you apart. They will create awareness. They will create momentum. They will create joy. Let me give you a simple system you can use right now. 1. Daily reflection evening. Write down 3 things you did well today. Write down 1 thing you could improve tomorrow. 2. Micro adjustments. Each morning, review yesterday's note. Decide on 1 small adjustment for the day. 3. Mini celebrations. Every 5 days, reward yourself. A walk, a favorite meal, a moment of gratitude. Acknowledge your progress. This rhythm keeps you balanced. It keeps you aware. It keeps you motivated. Here's the beauty of reflection. It gives you perspective. When you're in the middle of the struggle, it's easy to feel stuck. But when you reflect, you step outside the moment. You see patterns. You see growth. You realize you're not where you were yesterday. That perspective gives you hope. It reminds you, I may not be there yet, but I'm on my way. An adjustment? That builds resilience. Life will never be perfect. Plans will rarely go exactly as expected. But if you stay flexible, if you keep adjusting, nothing can stop you. Winners don't resist reality. They work with it. They adjust their sails, and eventually, they reach their destination. And celebration makes the journey worthwhile. Because success is not just about reaching the destination. It's about enjoying the process. It's about finding meaning in the climb. It's about recognizing that each step forward is already a victory. Don't just work. Reflect. Don't just plan. Adjust. Don't just achieve. Celebrate. Because success is not built in one day. It is built in daily choices. It is reinforced by learning from yesterday, improving today, and being grateful along the way. If you do this for the next 15 days, you won't just create results. You'll create wisdom. You'll create strength. You'll create joy. And most importantly, you'll build a habit that lasts far beyond 15 days. A habit that can carry you through the months, the years, and the rest of your life. Success is predictable. It is the natural consequence of consistently applying the fundamentals. Reflect on your journey. Adjust your course. Celebrate your progress. And you'll find yourself living not just a successful life, but a meaningful one. My friends, we've walked through a journey together. 15 days. Just 15 days. But do you see what happens when you give yourself fully to a short season of discipline? You start to think differently. You start to feel differently. And most importantly, you start to live differently. Because here's the truth. 15 days of focus can change the direction of the next 15 years. 15 days of discipline can create a lifetime of habits. 15 days of small, consistent steps can put you on a road that leads to greatness. The world, it doesn't need more excuses. It doesn't need more waiting. It needs men and women who take responsibility, who live intentionally, who commit, who act. So I ask you, don't stop here. Don't let these lessons fade into another nice idea. Turn them into a lifestyle. Be the one who sets the example. Be the one who shows what's possible. Be the one who looks back a year from now. It all began when I decided for 15 days, I would give my best. Remember, success is not luck. It's not magic. It's not handed out like a gift. It's built, brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. And you, my friend, you have everything it takes to build the life you dream of, the life you deserve. So take what we've covered. Focus on one powerful habit. Take relentless action. Master your mindset. Choose positivity. Reflect, adjust, and celebrate. If you do, you'll not only transform 15 days, you'll transform your life. Because the ultimate reward isn't just reaching success. It's becoming the kind of person who can sustain it. So now, go. Do the work. Live with discipline. And never forget, your future is shaped by what you do today.